Hello all, this is Dswank, and I am in Space Engineers, and today I'm going to show you this really awesome ship I found in the workshop. It's a big red line. Actually, no, that's just a measuring stick. This is what I was going to show you. I'm a big fan of Babylon 5, more so than Star Trek or Star Wars. And this just made my day looking at them. This is, I believe, the Hyperion. No guns here as far as I can tell, so either that's one of the broken mods, which there were quite a few broken mods in trying to get this to work, or, well, let me rephrase that. This is definitely a Hyperion. There's a variant of the Hyperion that is the Midwinter that has a big cannons here. That one is like plasma pulse and one is beam based. So I was trying to figure out whether it was a Midwinter or a true Hyperion. Now, in Babylon 5 lore, this ship was, well, this area was the fighter bay, where it carried the fighters. It was the, well, it was Earth's primary cruiser up through the Minbari War. And this looks very good, very much like it. In the Minbari War, the captain, the eventual captain of Babylon 5, Sheridan, who was played by Boxleitner, and I can't get through the door. Is the door closed? Okay, come on. Nope, door was open. No, door was closed. Door was closed. I've never used these doors before. Okay. But Boxleitner commanded one of these and took out the Minbari flagship using this ship and nukes. But let's take a quick look at the interior. On the workshop page for this, he has said that he's kind of stopped working on this series of ships since the planet update. Also, as of an update earlier this month, the Omega doesn't work anymore because the rotational, the hallway rotors no longer work. The mod no longer works. So, yeah, that's kind of out of it. But anyway, and this looks really good. That's an azimuth cargo bay. This is going to be that area that was the would have been the fighter bay. If these are also somewhat smaller. I believe they are significantly smaller just by the nature of the beast. The Omega, which is the big ship that we're not in, is a mile long. And we have reactors, several of which are not powered. And storage. This is that big engine block at the back. And I like these. I believe that's a Sectan mod. Let's fly through. Whee! Okay. I really want to see the bridge. I'm not sure where he put the bridge, but I want to see the bridge. Because the bridge was something I really liked in Babylon 5, just the way it was done. Okay, this is oxygen room. Easy. Let me through. Thank you. Alright. Open. More reactor. Reactors. Okay. Bridge may not have been completed yet. Or I have missed it, so... Ah, there's another down point here. Let me through. Okay, deck C, we have down point and down point. Let's see what's through here. A whole lot of nothing. And here is deck D. Bottom deck, we have closed for windows, and we have what appears to be the bridge. Okay, sorta, kinda. It's very difficult to do a good recreation of the bridge in Babylon 5. I was curious how we would have done it, but you had two controls in the front, and then you had everybody else sitting facing this direction in little alcoves on the side. And then the captain's chair hung down from the ceiling and rotated around. The ship in Babylon 5 had no natural gravity, or had no gravity. No artificial gravity systems or anything like that. So the ship was designed for people to move around in without... And I just vented the entire ship. Well, without, gravity, so they could drag themselves along. But that was really well done. I think it's a beautiful ship, even without mods and things like that, just the shapes that he put on this. And the person that did this, I did mention him at the very beginning. His name's Hotshot Jimmy. Reiterate that, because now we're moving on to the Agamemnon, which was the ship. Well, both these are, the Lexington and the Agamemnon are the ships that Sheridan was in command of. Now, the Agamemnon, from the outside, looks really good. Now, there's some limitations with space engineers that you can't really handle. And some of these, I understand why he just put pieces in for simulation. Like, up here, I bet the gun that he had here got taken off. So, there are large gun emplacements basically everywhere he has the conveyors. These here, and I am going to pull up... Oh god, this is going to take forever. But this thruster here, I'm going to see if this is an energy weapon mod that replaces this with an energy weapon projector. And my god, just the sheer volume of energy of mods on here is immense. But nope, those are just large thrusters. These were X-ray lasers that fired rear. It had like 4 of them. And of course, the rotational section that was for simulated gravity. And then here you had these red points were hatches that never opened in the show, but if you read some of the technical manuals, were missile launchers. You never saw that. Also, in the technical manual, you never saw it in the show, the fighters were originally going to be launched from down here. And it looks like you might be able to dock Star Furies here. But they would dock there, or they'd launch from there, but using the, is it centripetal force of the rotational, and they'd come out and be prepped in basically an area surrounding the ship, so it would give the ship great cover with the fighter squadron. And then to return to the ship, they'd come in back through here. and then mechanisms would reload them and stuff like that. Now, other things that the ship had, these were, again, lasers. And then, okay, they called them gravity mines. They were basically pulses of energy that would fly out in front of the ship, go a certain distance, and then detonate, doing a planar AoE, kind of like the sonic mines in that Boba Fett had. The only ship you ever actually saw use them were the Narn, as they were fighting the Shadow. But yeah, this looks really good. I'm having a slight issue trying to figure out how do I get inside. But ooh, I like that. I like that. Again, there's a porthole. One of the issues that this ship does have is that the mod that allowed the rotational section to work no longer exists. So I'm not that okay, and I just depressurized the entire ship. I'm good at that. He said he hadn't completed the interior. He kind of lost interest in it, but so we have hydroponics and engineering back here. Probably not that different than what's already here. More doors, more access, or lack of air. Let's close that. Close you. Yay! Okay. And the interior of this one looks really nice right here. I like this. But this probably went on into the rotational section of the ship. So, let's see. Let's take a look this way. Ah! Yeah, these apparently no longer work. So, things happened. Alright, so we can go this way. And this would be where the gravitational part of the ship, where the crew would be, things like that. And obviously it's much more difficult to move around in than it would have actually been, thanks to space engineers' limitations. But there's not much here. It's all fairly empty. We've got one little hatch. That I can't fit through because I'm a fat space engineer. And more hatchways. And more hatchways. I'm betting this leads to another section. Like what I just came out of. Yep. See? And so on and so forth. So, let me, F6, right? No, F8. Whee! Okay. Let's fly up here. Control shift space. F6. And we're back around here. Okay, let's orient to gravity. Alright, that's the hangar bay that you come in. Obviously, this is going to be more fighter storage down there. Probably launch command through here, if I had to guess. Or at least that's what's intended. More fighter storage. Shuttle storage. Come through here. And I really do like these lights. But this is all fairly Spartan at the moment. And I'm looking for the bridge. But this is, if I'm remembering all my facts correctly, the Omega class, which this is. Yeah, this is the launch area. The Omega was close to a mile long, had the ability to about face turn in like 30 seconds. And was overall a very, very fun looking ship. It didn't have all the features that they wanted in... I am in a section of the ship I don't know how to get out of. But originally they wanted a gimbaled thruster pack on the back of it, but they couldn't get the animators to understand that concept and how the ship would fly because of the rotational segment, that by having the thrust pointed downward, the ship would need to, with the rotational section, that's how the ship would fly forward. Okay. So, how do I get out of here? Oh. I am stupid. I am stupid. Okay. Now, I haven't done a huge amount of exploring in these ships, obviously, because I am... there's a few things that I've been stumbling through on the maze-wise of them, like that section right there. Mostly because I want to get my honest first impressions when looking at them. And we're back to the rotational tunnel. So, this has been me, in Space Engineers, looking at Hotshot Jimmy's Babylon 5, Hyperion, and Omega Earth Force Cruisers, Destroyer. Military ships. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, share this video, go download the workshop for these ships. They are set in a world. And I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.